duplicate form for Mr. Mapisa, accused number 4.
Okay.
The witness is testifying from the duplicate original.
Sorry. The defense have been supplied with this.
Yes, they have, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, okay, then let's hear.
Is it correct that you are a sergeant in the South African Police?
Yes.
You are, and that you are currently attached to Directorate Priority Crime Investigation and attached to the Serious Corruption Unit?
Yes.
Uthi iqiniso na ukuthi wena usajeni esiphoyiseni saseMzantsi Afrika la ukuthi wena ubekwe ngakwihlangothi lamacala abucayi uthi yebo iqiniso.
How many years service do you have in the South African Police Service?
15 years, my lord.
Useneminyaka eyingakhi eyikuthi wena ulibele uyiphoyisa eMzantsi Afrika uthi iminyaka eyishumi nanhlanu.
Can you briefly put your career history on record?
Okay, my lord. I'm a sergeant in the South African Police Service. I joined the police in 2009. I started working as a detective at Randburg Detectives, Serious Violent Crimes. And then I was transferred to the National Investigation Unit in 2013.
Just a minute.
Uthi usajeni manje uqale ukusebenza ngo-2009 njengo-detective, ngo-2013 kulayi ukuthi uye wathathwa njengosajeni.
No, not yet. I was transferred to the National Investigation Unit, National Head Office.
Watransferwa ngakwi-National Office yabaphenyi ngo-2013.
Under National Investigation Unit as a detective working on violent crimes as well.
Ngaphansi kwayo i-unit le eyomzantsi Afrika yonke ngakubo detective.
And then on 2020 I was promoted to DPCI, which is Directorate for Priority Crimes Investigation, DPCI, known as Hawks.
Bese ke ngo-2020 kulayi ukuthi uye wathola isikhundla ke kulaba esibazi njengama-Hawks.
The serious corruption offences.
Ngakumacala abucayi amacala wokuhwephilisa
Till date.
kufikela namuhla.
Now, during the period January 2020 to November 2020, is it correct that you were assigned to a specific unit?
Yes, my lord. I was assigned to, actually, as I said, I was working under the National Investigation Unit, and then I was called on a duty arrangement to help the cold cases under Colonel Gininda.
Qiniso ukuthi ngo-January 2020 kuyofika ngo-November 2020 wena uye wabizwa ukuthi uzosiza endaweni ethize uthi yebo iqiniso mina ngangikade ngisebenza khona ngakubaphenyi abaphethe uMzantsi Afrika wonkana, mina ke ngabizwa ke ukuthi ngizosiza ngakumacala lawa ayikade sewayekiwe labizwa phecelezi ama-cold case eyikuthi asetshenzwa ngaphansi kokaBrigadier Gininda.
Yes.
Now, is it correct that on the 30th of June 2020, you were on duty?
Yes, my lord.
Iqiniso ukuthi ngeyi-30 zikaJune wawukade usemsebenzini ngo-2020 uthi yebo.
I just want to show you a document that serves as exhibit B in brackets 1.
Mshushisi ufuna ukumbonisa incwadi thizeni eyikuthi kubufakazi buka B kuma bracket 1.
Do you recognize that exhibit?
Yes, my lord.
Uyayazi leyo ncwadi uthi yebo ngiyayazi.
Who completed that exhibit?
I'm the one who completed the exhibit, my lord.
Igcwaliswe ubani leyo ncwadi uthi yagcwaliswa yimina.
Can you tell the court in your own words what happened on this particular day?
On this particular day, on the 06/30, I reported on duty doing normal duties as an investigating officer, and then I received a call from Brigadier Gininda informing me that we must meet at Johannesburg prison known as Sun City.
Uthi-ke ngazo i-30 zika June 2020 yena wayekade esemsebenzini njengomphenyi, yena-ke wathola ucingo elibuya kuBrigadier Gininda ukuze azohlangana naye ejele lase Johannesburg elibizwa iSun City.
And just for record purposes, during this period, where were you attached?
During this period, I was attached to the National Investigation Unit, but on a duty arrangement under the cold cases.
Ngalo lelo langa wena wawukade usebenzela ngakuphi? Uthi ngangikade ngenza umsebenzi wami la ukuthi ngingumphenyi, kodwa ke ngangikade ngibekwe ngakuleli hlangothi lamacala la bese sewayekiwe phecelezi ama cold case.
Yes.
Yes. So after receiving a call from Brigadier Gininda, I proceeded to Johannesburg prison, and then on my arrival, I met Brigadier Gininda with the team, including the investigating officer, who is Sergeant Mohola.
Ithe uma ngiqeda kuthola lolo cingo kula ukuthi ngeke ngaqhubeka ngayake khona eSun City kula ngafika ngahlangana naye uBrigadier Gininda, wayekade engehambi yedwa, wayekade hamba nomphenyi walecala uSergeant Mohola.
Yes.
Yes, and then also there was a photographer as well. As I mentioned, it was a team that I cannot mention each and everyone by name. Then on arrival, we proceeded to the cells, and then we met the head of prison.
Futhi ke wayekade engahambi naye umphenyi yedwa, bekuyiqembu lakhe uBrigadier Gininda nomuntu othwebula izithombe naye wayekade khona, nabanye bebakhona. Saqhubeka ke saya khona ngasemaseleni, sahlangana qala nomuntu obekade ephethe ijele lelo iSun City.
Brigadier Gininda introduced himself as a police officer and then stated the reasons why we were there. And
Brigadier Gininda ke yena wazazisi njengephoyisa, washo nezathu zokuthi kungani sasikade silaphayana.
And what was the reason?
the reason for us to be there,
Yes.
there was a suspect that was being identified, and then I needed to obtain a buccal swabs from that suspect.
Manje isizathu uthe yini uBrigadier uma nifika laphayana njengoba wayekade ezasisa? Uthi kwakade kunomsolo obekade ekhona lapho kulelo jele, mina bekwamele ngithathe nga ubuphakathi bakhe bomlomo, ngithathe ama sample ngaphakathi kuye emlomo.
Yes.
Yes. The suspect was called from their cells, and then he came to. It was an open place, I would say. Brigadier once again introduced himself, and then I also introduced myself to the suspect.
Umsolwa loyo uye wabizwa ke weza kusuka kwiseli yakhe wafika endaweni bekade ivulekile. uBrigadier wafika wazazisa kuye umsolwa, nami ngazazisa kuye.
The suspect was known to me as Carlos, but later known to me as Mthobisi Ngube. Yeah.
Umsolwa ke yena wayekade eyaziwa njengo Carlos, kodwa ngemva kwesikhathi kulaye ukuthi ngiye ngamazi njengomthobisi Ngube.
Yes. Before I could obtain buccal swabs, if I recall very well, on that day what happened, I called the investigating officer while I was sitting with the suspect to say, can you give me the case number so that I can also write the case number on my DB references.
Ngaphambi kokuthi ke ngiyenze umsebenzi wami lowo ukuthi ngithatha ama sample kuye phakathi emlomo, ngiyengabiza iphoyisa eliphenya kuleli cala ukuze lizonginika i-case number ukuze ngikwazi ukuyigcwalisa kule ncwadi ebengikade ngiyiphethe.
Which is Sergeant Mohola. And then Sergeant Mohola approached, and then while she read the case number out to me, it came to both our surprise that the suspect that I mentioned, Mr. Mncube, said, before we can even say anything, hey, is this case again? Kanti I found, you know. He said in Zulu to say, "Our le case buyile futhi kanti le case I found," you know.
Saying, is this that same case? This case, I thought it was dead. Is it coming back?
Yeah.
Uthi ke ithema kabiza uSergeant Mohola uma esachaza i-case number kuyena umsolwa uMncube uye wathi ngaphambi kokuthi kungakhulunyana noma yini umsolwa uye wathi kanti ile cala futhi kanti lelicala alifanga na.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I asked him, "Do you know anything about this case?" And then he decided to keep quiet without saying anything.
Uthi ke yena uye wakubuza ukuthi ikhona into uyaziyo ngale cala kodwa wena wazikhethela ukuthula.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I had to proceed with the daily duties that I was there for, which is to obtain the DNA from him. And then I explained how it works. And then I was having a kit like this, but it was sealed. As you can see, this one is open. I took it for court purposes. So it's a sealed kit. Before you can obtain DNA from a suspect that has been arrested for databases uses, I explained that this is for a database. It's a DNA swabs that I'm going to take from you. Do you have any objection or any problem with this? And then no. Do you give consent for me?
Yeah, just a minute, just give the
okay.
interpreter a chance.
Uthi ke kulayi ukuthi yena ngemva kokuthi umsolwa azikhethela ukuthula yena kulayi ukuthi uye waqhubeka ngomsebenzi wakhe ukuthi azothatha lawo masample lawo ebekade ewadinga wayekade ephethe ikit efana nalena kodwa yayekade isavaliwe le uthi uyilethe ngokuthi azobonisa nje inkantolo le bekade eyiphethe yayikade ivaliwe wabuza ke umsolwa ukuthi ikhona into eyikuthi ungathanda ukuyisho ngaphambi kokuthi ngingavula ikit lena wena ikhona inkinga na ewunayo ukuthi mina ngiqhubeke ngomsebenzi wami. And did you say the response? His response?
Response wakhe, it was to say he doesn't have a problem. Do you understand what is this for? Yes, I understand that. That is why at the end of the day I managed to get his signature and fingerprint to show that he acknowledged that I must take his DNA freely without any threat or any prejudice.
Uthi ke kulayi ukuthi uye wathola impendulo yakho ebekade wena uthi awunayo inkinga yokuthi angathatha lama sample lawo wena ke ingakho egcine seyikuthi uthola ne signature yakho la ukuthi wena uyavuma ukuthi awuphoqwanga ukuthi bathatha ama DNA wakho wena uzivumele ngemva kokuthi benikade nikhulumisana.
The fingerprint and the signature, where were they placed?
The fingerprint and the signature, they were placed on the DNA reference sample collective kit.
Yes.
Lama fingerprint ke ne signature usayine kuphi uthi usayine kuleli phepha enginalo leli ekuthi liyaye lisetshenziswe uma kuthathwa ama DNA.
Is that on that form exhibit B in brackets 1?
Yes, that's the form, my lord.
Ikulona leli form leli B kuma bracket 1 uthi yebo.
Yes.
Yes.
May I proceed?
Then we proceeded. I had to, okay, now I'll go through the process on how I did it. Because of it has steps where when you start to obtain that DNA swabs from the suspected arrested person. So I had to take first precautions in terms of the place that we were doing the DNA doesn't have any contamination. In terms of it's clean, and then I had to wear my gloves and then wear the mask to avoid also contamination of DNA. And
Uthi ke yena uyachaza ke ukuthi uye wathatha ziphi inyathelo uthi uye wayenza isiqiniseko sokuthi indawo le asebenzela kuyo yayikade ihlanzekile futhi yena uye wafaka nesifonyo wafaka futhi nama-glove eyenzela ukuthi naye kungabi nokuthi achaphazeleke uma sekazosebenza naleya ndawo leyana ukuthi ukuhlanzeka kwayo kungayenzi ukuthi kube nokuchaphazeleka okuthize uma esekayenza umsebenzi wakhe.
After taking all the precautions, this is a sample of a swab that I used. It was also sealed, and then it was shown to the suspect that you see it's sealed, no any contamination, and then he agreed, and then I went to open the swab, and then I did the swab inside the mouth, left and right.
Itheke uma eqeda ukwenza lokhiyana konke bengiceda kuchaza uye wathatha nayi isample enjena kodwa le ivaliwe naleyana uthi yayikade ivaliwe wakubuza ukuthi uyayibona ukuthi ivaliwe ayinakho ukuthi ichaphazeleke enye into mhlawumbe ngaphambi kokuthi isetshenziswe kuwena ngeke kuthiwe mhlawumbe bese seyinento eyenza ukuthi kuthiwa yakho noma ini wayikade isavaliwe wena wavuma kulayi ukuthi ke uye wayivula waqala ke ukuthi ayifake kuwe emlomo.
Sorry, what's the technical name for that? Is it a spatula? What do you call it?
We call it the DNA.
No, not that very thing. The green one, you say you opened it and administered by taking the swab.
We just call it a buccal swab.
Oh, you call it a buccal swab?
Yes.
Okay.
Iyabuza inkantolo ukuthi ibizwani lento ngegama layo uthi yena bayibiza iswab le eya ngaphakathi emlomo ezokuthatha mhlawumbe amathi nezinye izinto ezingasemlomo.
Yes, you may
Okay,
proceed.
thank you, my lord. So then I proceeded to open the swab, which is the buccal swab, and then I started swabbing from both sides, left and right, inside the mouth. And then after it's been opened, it has another seal inside. Once it's been used, then you seal it on another seal that is inside this seal. Then
Uye wayivula ke wayifaka ke ngakuwe emlomo ngakwisandla sokudla nakwisandla sesinxele ngemva kwalokho yona phakathi inenye into futhi evalayo uye wayifaka futhi kuyo leyo seal le engaphakathi kwayo ngemva kokuthi uqede ukuyisebenzisa.
Now, how many times did you swab inside the mouth?
according to the training, we were trained that you swipe 5 times on the left, 5 times on the right. So meaning it's 10 times.
Manje ke wena uye wayenza kangaki uthi ukuya ngetraining esiyinikiwe kuthiwa uswipe kahlanu ngakwisandla sokudla kahlanu ngakwisandla sesinxele ekusho ukuthi uswipe amahlandle ayishumi.
Using the same swab or a different swab?
It's the same swab on one person, and then it's used once. So when I say 10 times and then 5 times left and right, it's like 10 seconds in the same mouth just to obtain enough DNA on the swab, and then I can close it.
Manje ke nani kade niyenza kanjalo nisebenzisa ka 5 ngapha 5 ngale yona le swab le uthi yebo isetshenziswa kanjalo uyayenza uthi 5 ngapha uthi 5 ngapha bese mawuqeda uyayivala usebenzisa ama seconds angaba u10 ngapha ama seconds awu10 ngapha bese uyayivala.
Yes, you may proceed.
Yes, after taking the swab, then I had to seal it in front of the suspect again, and then the suspect was happy that there was no any contamination, and then it was now sealed in the forensic bag, where it comes with this forensic bag from the same kit. It was sealed on the same forensic bag that has serial numbers of all the buccal kit papers.
Mwakaqeda ke ngayo uye wayivala uthi umsolo wayekade ejabulile ukuthi ayizange ichaphazeleke ezinye izinto makaqeda ukuyivala wayifaka ke kulesikhwama lesi iforensic bag esibuya khona ngala ngaphakathi kwayo le swab kit lena wayefaka kuyona enawo ama-serial number eyikuthi wayekade ebhaliwe.
And then the kit was handed over to Sergeant Mohola, who is the investigating officer, after the process was done, and then there was no any complaint or any threat from the suspect or any injury, as we were in presence of the head of the prison and the team that Brigadier Gininda came with.
Uthi-ke kulayo ukuthi ngemva kwakuthi aqede ukuyivala ayifake kulesi sikhwama lesi uye wayinika-ke iphoyisa eliphenya ngaleli cala uyena uSergeant Mohola. Bekade kungenaso isikhalazo esisuka kuye umsolwa noma engazange ethuselwe ngenxa yokuthi futhi iphoyisa ebelikade elikhulu eliphethe icala leli lalikade likhona naye iphoyisa eliphethe ijele leliyana esilase Sun City lalikade likhona.
Were there any identification marks on the evidence bag?
My lord, if I may understand you well, when you say identification marks,
Yes.
you're
Any
referring
serial
to...
number?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, there was identification marks in terms of serial numbers that will match the forensic bag and then the DBA collect kit. And then if you can see on my statement, I even recorded all those serial numbers that were used on that day, the DB kit and the forensic bag, so that there was no any contamination or any exchange of DNA after it was collected from the suspect.
Kwakade kukhona na impawu noma amanombolo abekade ebhaliwe lapho uthi yebo ngemva kokuthi siyenze konke lokhu besisikwenzile kuye kwaba nokuthi sibhaleke. Ungabona na ku statement sami la ukuthi ngangikade ngibhale konke obekade kuyenzwa lapho futhi nawo amanombolo lawo ngiye ngawafaka na ku statement sami.
You mentioned that you completed exhibit BBB in brackets 1. Can you just place the contents thereof on record?
Oh, okay. Yes, according to the DNA collection kit, DB, exhibit BBBC1, it has a location. Firstly, let me start with the serial number, which is 20 DBA S6469 TF. Is the same number that was recorded on my statement. And then secondly, it will come with to say the location where was it collected. And then here it was said to say it was collected in Sun City Prison. And then, okay.
Go through the whole of it.
Okay. And then it had date and time, which is 2020-0630. The time was 1640. And then the case number will be Fosloras 636 of 10/2014. And then it says donor is a minor, no. And then donor gender is a male, yes. Donor type is an arrestee, yes. And then sample type, it will ask if it's first time, confirmation or retaken. So that's where you ask the person or the arrested person that you are obtaining the sample from to say, have you been taken of a DNA sample before, like this one? And then when they say no, you mark first time. And then this one for contractor company, whatever, it's not there. And then the donor will be surname. It was Ngube, and then ID number. He couldn't provide an ID number, but he provided a date of birth. And then initials was M. And then his fingerprint, you can see it was also placed. So this thing comes in a duplicate of 3 pages. So where you see a fingerprint, it's an original print, it's not a duplicate, because I had to take the fingerprint to each and every page. And then A, it's where you should say, actually those are instructions where he understands what is being done to him and then why is it taken. And then that's where he places a signature, and then I place my signature as an authorized person, and then there comes a witness, someone who was there to witness that this person was not threatened or forced to be taken this DNA. And then that's all.
Manje ke nayi incwadi le eyagcwaliswa inombolo yakhona iqala ngo20 DBAS 6469 TF bese ekuqaleni ibhala indawo ukuthi yagcwaliselwa kuphi nayi ukuthi ibhalwe Sun City Prison nesikhathi ukuthi yona yagcwaliswa nini nelanga ibhalwe ukuthi yagcwaliswa ngo2020 ngoJune nge30 isikhathi kwakade ku2022/5 ntambama bese ibhalwa icase number Phosphorus 63610 of 2014 iyabuza ke ukuthi lo muntu lo okwenzwa ama sample kuyena umuntu umntwana omncane noma umuntu omdala bese kuyathikwa lapha yana ukuthi akusumntwana omncane umuntu lo okwenzwa lama sample kuyena umuntu wesilisa noma wesifazane kubhaliwe ukuthi umuntu wesilisa bese kuyashiwo ukuthi ke lo muntu lona umuntu ophakathi ejele noma lento izosetshenziselwane kuye kwathikwa ukuthi kwakade kuumuntu ophakathi ejele bese ke isample lena kuyabuzwa ukuthi kwakade kokuqala ithathwa le sample noma mhlawumbe sekuyisample ethathwa ihlandla lesibini la ukuthi mhlawumbe enye ayikho la kuthikiwe ukuthi kwakade kuyisample yokuqala uthi lapho ke uyabuza ke umsolwa ukuthi uyaqala na ukwenzwa isample ethize ukuze ingahle iphindwe ekuthini ibe kade yenziwe esikhathini esidlulile bese ke kuyabuzwa ke negama lecompany noma ama phone number bese ne signature uthi igama lecompany ne phone number zibhalwanga bese ke igama lomuntu obekade ethathwa lawo masampuli isibongo kubhalwe umncube bese ke ID number uthi awuzange umnike ID number yakho kodwa umnike idate of birth yakho bese ama initials kubhalwe uM bese ke kunesila isithupha sibekwa khona uthi lesithupha kuyisithupha sakho leli phepha leli alizi lilodwa eza emathathu leli ioriginal la kubonakala khona isithupha ioriginal lawa amanye amabini kuye kwafanele ukuthi athathe isithupha sakho futhi asibeke khona ngoba lesi asiveleli kulawa amanye amabini futhi ke uthi uye wasayina ngemva kokuthi akubuzile imibuzo akuchazisele wena wasayina ukuvuma ukuthi lokhu okubhalwe lapha kuyiqiniso wasayina naye ke uye wasayina wabhala futhi nokuthi umsebenzi wakhe usebenza ukwenzani kwaba futhi nofakazi oyikuthi ubekade naye esayinile ufakazi uthi kuphelela lapho ngale ncwadi.
And can you just place the particulars of the forensic bag number?
The particulars of the forensic bag number, it was PA 4004 936249. If you were to go to the collection kit, it comes already printed with the forensic bag number. As I say, the forensic bag number and the kit comes in the same packet. So meaning if this has to differ with this, then there's contamination. Something is not well. So they must correspond. The forensic bag number and then the forensic bag number on the kit must correspond with the bag so that it shows that there was no any contamination. I didn't take any DNA from anyone and then come and put it there to say this is the same DNA that I obtained. Because of this, why I had to seal them in front of the suspect.
Manje ke kuthiwa ake usichazisele inombolo eyayo le plastic le eyobufakazi ebizwa phecelezi iforensic bag. Inombolo ayichazayo uthi PA 4004936249. Iyachaza ke ukuthi iplastic leli uma liphuma ngapha liphuma liselinayo le form le egcwaliswayo ukubonisa ukuthi lento ebhalwe kule plastic le nombolo ebhalwe kule plastic inombolo ebhalwe futhi na kuleli form akwamelanga ukuthi mhlawumbe inombolo yaleli plastiki nenombolo ekuleli form bese ziyahluka. Lokho uma kunomehluko kubonisa ukuthi kunala ukuthi izinto ziye zashintshwa khona noma izinto azihambiswanga ngendlela. Manje inombolo ebhalwe lana uthi inombolo eyikuthi ikuleli ya plastiki lobufakazi ebekade elisebenzisa, ingakho eye wayevala ubekade ukhona.
Now, you mentioned earlier on in your evidence that you handed the forensic back to Sergeant Mohola. When did that happen?
It happened on the same day, immediately after when I was done, everything is sealed. We had a short meeting with the team and the brigadier, and then I handed over the exhibits to Sergeant Mohola as an investigating officer. Then I proceeded to further the investigation that I was busy with.
Manje ke uthe unike uSergeant Mohola leya plastiki lebo kade uqede ngayo leyo bufakazi. Kwenza ke lenini lokho. Uthi ithe masiqeda siye saba nomhlangano nyana njengeqembu naye ubrigadier, then mangiqeda ngamnika ke uSergeant Mohola yonke into ebekade ilaphayana kuleli plastic ngamnika yona. Uma ngiqeda mina ke ngiyengaqhubeka ngayo uqhubeka ngephenyo lalo lelo cala njengoba ngangikade ngisebenza kulona la kulesi sigaba leso.
Now, Sergeant Zia, did you undergo any training for the taking of buccal samples?
Yes, my lord, I did go under training at Life Hospital in Grasfontein. We were trained on how to collect buccal swabs from any arrested suspect, and then the reason for that it was to collect as many DNA so that they can be registered on the National Forensic DNA what do you call database.
Uthi ke uye waqeqeshwa na ngawo lo msebenzi lo osanda kuchaza. Uthi yebo ngaqeqeshwa esibhedlela iLife Hospital eGrasfontein. Isizathu kwakuwukuthi sikwazi ukuthi singathatha amasample kanoma ubani oboshiwe ukuze sizokwazi ukuthi sihlanganise ubufakazi bese siyakwazi ukuthi lobo bufakazi bunganikezelwa ukuze busetshenziswe.
And what did the training entail?
The training entailed on it was a workshop where we did it was verbal, actually not to say verbal, but the training was done physically when we were at the hospital, and then we were given certificates on the day.
Lokho kuqeqeshwa kwakade kunjani? Uthi kwakuqeqeshwa okufana naleli gama iphecelezi iworkshop la besikade sifundiswa ukuthi kusetshenzwa kanjani ngazo lezi zinto. Ngemva kwalokho siye sanikwa ke imiklomelo, sanikwa i-certificates.
Now, before this particular date, the 30th of June 2020, had you taken other buccal samples?
A lot of them, my lord. A lot of them.
Ngaphambi kwaleli langa lelangey-30 zika June 2020 ubukade uye wawenza lo msebenzi lo wokuthatha ama-samples wa ngaphakathi komlomo. Uthi yebo amaningi ama-sample angeke ngawathatha.
If I can ask you to turn then to exhibit triple B in brackets 2.
Sekaya ke kubufakazi buka triple B, bufakazi buka triple B 2.
You can place the contents thereof on record.
Yes.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, my lord. This is the second one. When on 2020-07-06, I also reported on duty with my daily duties as normal, and then informed by Brigadier Gininda that we have to meet again in local prison.
Uthike uye watshelwa uBrigadier Gininda ngo-2020 ngoJuly nge-6 ukuthi kwamele bayohlangana ejele laseLoko.
On arrival at local prison, it was me Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mukhula, and the rest of the team.
Uma sifika ke ejele lase Lowkop kwakade kuyimina Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mukhula neqembu liphelele.
On arrival, we also met the head of prison at Lowkop.
Masifika nakhona sahlangana nomphathi walo ijele lase Lowkop.
Brigadier Gininda introduced himself as a police officer and stated the reasons why we were there.
Brigadier Gininda wazazisi ke njengephoyisa wachaza izathu zokuthi kungani silapho.
And then after a suspect known to me as Mapisa was called in also.
Umsolwa obekade ngimazi njengoMaphisa uye wabizwa naye.
And then we went to the office of the prison head because of at Lowkop we didn't get that big space wall where we could like at Sun City, but I remember we used the office of the prison head.
Saya ke ehofisini lakhe umphathi wejele ngoba eLowkop asizange sikwazi ukuthola le yandawo ebekade ivulekile njengale eSun City, kodwa ngiyakhumbula ukuthi eLowkop saya eofisini.
As we were at the office, investigation started. We introduced ourselves as police officer to Mr. Mapisa.
Njengoba sasikade siofisini kula ukuthi uphenyo lwelaqala sazazisa ke uyena umnumzana uMaphisa.
And then reasons were stated why we were there.
Izathu nazo samtshela ukuthi kungani sasikade silapho.
And then he did not make any comment or refuse based on the reasons that were said why we were there.
Akazange aphawule noma aphikisane nezathu zokuthi kungani sasikade silapho.
And then I had to start with the process of collecting a DNA.
Ngiye ngaqala ke ngalowo msebenzi wokuthi ngithathe ama DNA.
Upon to start, I introduced myself to him as a police officer, and then I had to also explain why I am taking the DNA.
Ngaphambi kokuthi ngiqale ke ngiye ngazazisa kuyena njengephoyisa ngachaza ke isizathu sokuthi kungani ngangade ngithatha lama DNA.
As I say, we were in front of the head of the prison, Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mukhula, and the team.
Njengoba sengishilo ukuthi sasikade siphambi kwakhe umphathi wejele no Brigadier Gininda, uSergeant Mukhula neqembu lonkana.
If I were to recall very well on that day, Mr. Mapisa, when I asked him the reason why I'm taking the DNA, I think he was a bit confused, thinking that I'm there to charge him on a matter that he doesn't know. That's what he emphasized on me. And then I said, no, I'm not charging you. I'm collecting a DNA for reference database.
Uma ngikhumbula kahle ke ngaphambi kokuthi ngithathe ama DNA lawa umnumzana uMaphisa uye wangabaza ngenxa yokuthi yena wayekade ecabanga ukuthi ngizomcharger ngecala ebekade engalazi, kodwa ngengamchazisela ukuthi cha angizanga la ukuzokuthwesa icala, mina ngize la ngizothatha lama samples ukuze ezokwazi ukuthi asetshenziswe uma ingabe ezodingeka.
Okay, and then we proceeded. He gave me consent to say I can proceed with taking the DNA.
Ngemva kokuthi ngimnike leyo ngcazelo uye wanginika imvume yokuthi singaqhubeka sithathela uma DNA.
He was not threatened.
Akazange athuselwe.
He was not intimidated.
Futhi akazange afakwe ngaphansi kwencindezi.
He did it freely and willingly.
Yena uye wanginika imvume ebekade ekhululekile.
Then I had to proceed, and then I started proceeding with the same process that I've just explained on the previous suspect.
Ngiye ngaqhubeka ke ngayenza yona lento ebengade ngiyichazile ukuthi ngiyenze kumnumzana uNcube.
Yeah, which was now a different DNA kit a sealed one, and then it was opened in front of him. There was no any contamination, and then the swabs were taken. It was sealed in front of him, and then also after everything has been completed, it was handed over to Sergeant Mohola. No complaints, no threats, no intimidation. Everything was in order on the same day.
Futhi ke uthi uye weza ngayo nakumaphisa waya ngayo isample le ebekade ivaliwe, wayivula phambi kwakhe, wakhipha zonke izinto ebezikade zingaphakathi kwayo, ebezikade nazo zivaliwe. Mayiqeda wayenza leyanto lebe ichaziwe ukuthi ufake ngakwisanda sokudla nangakwisanda sesinqele, bese ke yena wayivala phambi kwakhe umaphisa, wayifaka kulo lelo plastic lelo lobufakazi phecelezi i-investigation bag. Uma iqeda ke akuzange kube nezikhalazo kuyena umaphisa ukuthi mhlawumbe uphoqiwe noma uthuselwe, bese ke yena uye wayinika uSergeant Mohola.
And just for record purposes,
Yes,
just
madam.
explain how you took the buccal sample.
The buccal samples were taken in a manner where it was opened, as I explained, it was opened, and then the buccal swab, it was sealed, and then I had to unseal it in front of the suspect, and then start swabbing 5 seconds, which is 5 times, and then 10, and then it was sealed in front of the suspect, and then there was no any contamination. I was wearing gloves and then I was wearing a mask. The area that it was taken, it was very clean without any contamination. And then the collection kit number was 19DBA F0198TF. And then the forensic bag number, it was PA 40046380062. And then the location where it was obtained, it was local prison on 2020-07-06, 1241. Station, it was for Soloras, case number 636-10-2014. The donor is a minor, no. The donor is a gender, it's a male. Donor, arrestee. And then also the sample was taken for the first time according to the suspect, because of he highlighted that he was never taken a DNA sample before since he was being arrested. And then also the fingerprint number on the fingerprints that were taken, 76. And then he provided me with the ID number and the date of birth. Also the fingerprint was placed also on the collection kit. The signature of the suspect also, it's here, and then I as the authorized person, and then I had to sign, and then the witness signed also to say there was no any influence, intimidation or threat.
Manje ke akuchaza ukuthi kwenziwe njani, uthi kwenziwe njenga laphayana komunye umsolwa la ukuthi ngiye yayikade ivaliwe, ngayivula ke ikit lena ngakhipha zonke izinto, ngafaka isifonyo, ngafaka futhi namaglove, ngathatha ke leya kit ngayivula phambi kwakhe, ibikade ivaliwe, ibikade ingachaphazelwanga yilutho. Uma ngiqeda ke ngayifaka kuye emlomo, ngayenza ke ngakuyi hlangothi lesandla sokudla, ngayenza kahlanu, ngaphinda ngakwihlangothi sesandla sosinqele, ngayenza nakhona kahlanu, bese ke ngiyayivala phambi kwakhe, naye eyibona ejabulile ukuthi ayizange ichaphazeleke yilutho. Uma ngiqeda ke ngayifaka kuyo leli plastic lobufakazi phecelezi i-forensic bag. Futhi ke yona ke inombolo yakhona yayikade ku 19DBAF 0198TF, ekuthini indawo ela yathathwa khona kwakade kuse local prison, ilanga nesikhathi kwakade kungeyi 6 zika July ngo-2020, isikhathi kwakade kuyimizuzu ema-40 nomuvo ngemva kwehora les-12 ekuseni. Emini bese ke istation kwakade kuse Phosphorus icala inombolo yakhona kwakade ku 63610 2014 la ukuthi iyabuza ke la ukuthi umuntu obekade ethathwa leli sample umntwana noma umuntu omdala ithi la akusiyena umntwana bese kuumuntu wesilisa noma umuntu wesifazane la kubhalwe ukuthi umuntu wesilisa kwakade kuumuntu obekade ngaphakathi ejele futhi kakade leli phepha lizosetshenziselwa ubufakazi noma yona le DNA izosetshenziselwa ubufakazi bese ke kuye kwabhalwa nenombolo yakhe yesithupha ukuthi inombolo yakhe yayikade ibhalwe ithini bese isithupha sakhe naso uye wasishaya khona lapho kuthiwa ke umuntu obekade eyenziwa le sample lena uyena uMaphisa isibongo sakhe uMaphisa ama initials wakhe uMZ yena ke uye wanikezelana ngayo inombolo yakhe yozaziso iID number nayo idate of birth yakhe ngemva kokuthi achaziselwe wonke lamalungelo alana yena ke uye wavuma ukuthi yebo lezi zinto azichaziselwayo kuyiqiniso yena ke uye wavuma nokuthi uthathwe lama sample engaphoqwanga engekho ngaphansi kwengcindezi uma iqeda wasayina ke naye iphoyisa ebelikade liyenza leyo nto nalo liye la sayina futhi labhala nokuthi lona liyiphoyisa lisebenza kuphi bese kwaba nofakazi ke obekade naye esayina bese kwaphelela khona lapho.
And what did you do with the evidence bag?
The evidence bag, after it was sealed in front of the suspect, it was now taken to the investigating officer, which is Sergeant Mohola, and then handed over to Sergeant Mohola for further investigation.
Manje uye wayenzani ngalobu yabufakazi ngemva kwalokho uthi iye yavalwa phambi kwakhe umsolwa maqedwa yani kwake uSergeant Mohola oyikuthi uye wayithatha ukuyoqhubekisa uphenyo lwakhe.
Thank you, that is all.
Yes, Mr. Mgomezulu.